Hello, 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 and welcome to Old School Movie Review with Majin Metroid, the very first episode. This is a brand new series I'm starting. I'm going to be talking about movies I've watched the previous day. Yesterday, I watched Over the Top, starring Sylvester Stallone and Robert Loggia, and I had a really good time doing that. The cherry went out of my cigarette, so just one moment, please. Oh, my letter's right here. This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to smoke a cigarette and review a movie. Okay, Over the Top starring Sylvester Stallone, Rob Loggia, and some little kid that I don't think was ever really in anything else. Maybe a couple other movies around this time, but nothing that I've ever seen. Anyway, it's about this guy, Hawks, Lincoln Hawks. They call him Link, which is kind of cool. And you don't know if his name is Hawk or Hawks because people call him both. So he is an arm wrestling guy. He hustles people in bars to get money, and then all of a sudden, his son is important to him. So he needs to go and rescue his son because the son's mother and his ex-wife or his estranged wife is dying. So he needs to get to know his son, so his son has a parent in his life. And if you're looking for an '80s movie that it's just classic '80s, then you will love this. It's kind of like a sports movie. In the end, there's a tournament of arm wrestling, and there's all kinds of characters there. There's this one guy, and his arms are like retarded. I have no idea how he got his arms so big, but they look like they're a disability. His arms are so massive. And these arm wrestlers are like, oh, kumite, wakacha. And another thing about this movie, I'm just going to say I highly recommend it. If you like '80s movies and if you're looking for something starring Sylvester Stallone, you'll love it. If nostalgia is not your kind of thing, then maybe stay away from this. If you're only interested in newer movies, this is really fucking old. I think it came out in 1986. So, yeah. This is my first one, really awkward on camera, and this series is probably going to be real awkward because I'm an awkward guy. Yep, I'm really weird. I'm looking at myself on the computer. Okay, enough of that. Back to Over the Top. There's a lot of great '80s songs in this. Kenny Loggins did a song, "Meet Me Halfway." That is like the theme song of this. There's a montage. I think there's a couple of montages in this movie to that song about how he's getting to know his son, and at first his son doesn't like him, hates him, only trusts the grandfather. But then as time goes on, then he learns to love his father and that kind of thing. So it's pretty good. Watch it with your dad if you want. Anyway, that's been Old School Movie Reviews. I'm bringing it back from fucking Channel 6. My personal public high school, I did Old School Movie Review when I was in high school, and it went on Channel 6. And it was pretty bad. But I can't put any clips in this video because I don't want to get any copyright strikes. But anyway, this has been a really long, rambly cigarette break. Maybe that's what I'll call the series. Cigarette break in a movie. Okay? That's the face I make when I smoke, isn't it? Terrible. Anyway, Over the Top, Sylvester Stallone. I don't know if it's on Amazon or Hulu or Netflix. I own it on DVD. I know the Riff Tracks guys did Riff Tracks of it, so if you're one of those guys who loves Riff Tracks, just search where you search for Riff Tracks and you'll find it. I haven't actually watched the Riff Tracks in a long time, but I'm sure those guys have savaged it enough because there's material to savage. But I mean, if you're like me and you like '80s shit and you just like stuff from that time, and if you just like classic underdog stories, this is a great movie to watch. So check it out. Over the Top.